in table 1.4. Activity 5. Take some dry seeds or of moong or chana. Put a small quantity of seeds in a container filled with water and leave this aside for a day. Next day, drain the water completely and leave the seeds in the vessel. Wrap them with a piece of wet cloth and set aside. The following day, do you observe any changes in the seeds? Now it's telling that take some dry seeds of moong or chana and then put small quantity of that moong or chana in a container filled with water. Small container, a bowl, and then leave it aside for a day. Next day, check. Next day, drain the water completely and leave the sides in the vessel. Now it's telling that drain the water away and completely and leave the seeds in the vessel. Leave the seeds in the vessel, nothing to do then. Wrap them aside with a piece of wet cloth. Then we should wrap those seeds round a wet cloth and set aside. And during that day, the following day, do you observe any changes in the seed? Now it's asking, do you see any changes in the seeds? Yes, we can see. There's a change. Now let's read what that change is. A small white structure may have been grown out of the seeds. If so, the seeds have sprouted. As shown in figure 1.5, the second image. Now, what happens after doing this process is that a small white structure comes out of the seed, and that's how we tell that the seeds are sprouted. If not, if the seeds are not sprouted, then wash the seeds again and drain the water and leave them aside for another day. Leave them aside for another day after draining the water, covered with a wet cloth. The next day, see if the seeds have sprouted. We're telling see if the seeds have sprouted after doing that again. Now, after doing this process, you can eat them. They are sprouted. They can also be boiled. Add some spices and get a tasty snack to eat. So after doing this, we can add some spices, boil it, and take it as a tasty snack. Do you know where honey comes from or how it is produced? Now, we are going to learn about honey, from where honey comes, and let's learn that process. Now it's asking from where the honey comes? Let's see. Have you ever seen a beehive where there's so many bees buzzing about? Now it's asking another question. That have you seen bees buzzing about a beehive and there are many bees in it? And bees collect nectar, sweet juices from flowers, convert it into honey, store it in their hive. Flowers and their nectar may be available only for a part of the year. So bees store this nectar for their use all through the year. When we find such a beehive, we collect the food stored by the bees as honey. Now what we are telling is that what this book is telling, that bees collect nectar from flowers, honey, sweet juices from flowers, and store it in the beehive, their home. Beehives are their home. They store it in their beehives. After that, they keep it for a part of the year. They are only available for a part of the year. So bees store this nectar for their use all throughout the year, because they drink this honey only when this is made. When we find such a beehive, we collect the food stored by the bees as honey. That's how we eat honey. and people collect honey. Now we are going to read, what do animals eat? We have learned about what we eat, what ingredients, from where these ingredients have come from, the sources of plants, and all the activities we have done. Now it's asking, from what do animals eat? So different kinds of animals eat different types of food. Let's read about it in detail. Do you have a cat, cattle, or a pet that you take care of, a dog, cat, buffalo, or a goat? You will then surely be aware of the food the animals eat. What about other animals? Have you ever observed what a squirrel eats? Pigeon, lizard, or a small insect may be eating as their food. So it's asking that have you ever seen any animal, dog, cat? Do you have a dog, cat, buffalo, or goat? If you have one, then you will be surely aware of what they eat. But do you know what a small insect, pigeon, lizard would be eating? Let's read. Activity 6. Several animals are listed in table 1.5. Let's see table 1.5. There are several animals like buffalo, cat, rat, lion, tiger, spider, house litters, lizards, cows, human beings, butterflies, crows, and others. Several animals are listed in table 1.5. For some of them, the type of food they eat is also given. Fill in the blanks in the table. So now in activity 7, we are going to read about herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores. Let's go and read about them. Have a look again in table 1.5 and group the animals entered here as follows. Place the animals which eat only plants or plants produce in group 1. These are called herbivores. So what the book is telling is that the animals that eat only plants and plants products are called herbivores. So let's do. Buffalo is a herbivorous. Then cow also is a herbivorous. Now let's read about carnivorous. There are some animals which eat other animals. Place these in group 2. These animals are called carnivorous. So the book is telling that the animals who eat other animals like lion, cheetah, tiger, jaguar, they are carnivorous because they eat other animals as their food. And do you find some animals which eat both plants and animals? Place them in group 3. These are called omnivores. And so it's telling that the animals who eat both plants and plants products and other animals too are called omnivorous. And now, after doing this, after learning about herbivores, carnivores, and omnivores, let's fill the table and in this separate 3 columns as shown. It's telling like that. Paheli wants to know where you would be placing human beings while filling table 1.6. So human beings are omnivorous. Some people eat meat also, and some are also herbivorous. So we can tell that human beings are omnivorous and place them in the omnivorous category in table 1.6. So now we got to know about lot of knowledge from this chapter. We know that there are many amongst us who do not get sufficient food. Now the topic is changed to the lack of food. Production. The production of food is less, very less in India, in the other countries too. And now we go to this topic. We need to find ways by which more food can be produced in the country. That will not be enough. We will need to find ways to ensure that this food is made easily available to each one of us. The last paragraph explains us that there is very less production of food in many countries. So we should find ways through which more production of food can happen and we should not waste more food and be healthy and help people in the production of food, help organizations in production of food. Let's go. The keywords are ingredients, edible, nectar, sprouted seeds that we have learned in activity 5, I think. Activity 5. Yes, activity 5. Sprouted chana or sprouted chana. Herbivorous, carnivorous, and omnivorous. This is what we have learned right now. Let's read the summary of the chapter. There's a lot of variation in the food eaten in different regions of India. The main sources of our food are plants and animals. Animals which eat only plants are called herbivorous. Animals which eat only animals are called carnivorous. Animals which eat only plants are called herbivorous. Animals which eat both plants as well as other animals are called herbivorous. Now let's go to exercises. Question 1. Do you find that all living beings need the same kind of food? No, not at all. All the living beings do not need the same kind of food. Some animals eat different kinds of food. Some animals are only meat-eating animals. Some are just herbivorous. Some are even omnivorous. So all people eat different kinds of food made in India. All people eat different kinds of food in all the countries. Name 5 plants and their parts that we eat. Match the following items. Let's match the following items. Milk, curd, paneer, and ghee. So these all are animal products. Right? Yes. These all are all animal products. Spinach, cauliflower, and carrot are vegetables. Lions and tigers eat other animals, as we have read that they are carnivorous. Herbivorous are the animals that eat other animals and plant products. So milk, curd, paneer, and ghee are all animal products. Milk we get from cow. Curd is also a milk product. Paneer is also a milk product. Ghee is also a milk product. So they are all animal products. Spinach, cauliflower, and carrot are vegetables that are grown by farmers. Lions and tigers are carnivorous because they eat other animals that we have read also, and herbivorous eat plants and plant products. Fill in the blanks with the words given. Yes, so tiger is a dash because it eats only meat. So tiger is a carnivore because it eats only meat. Deer eats only plant products and so is called herbivore. Parrot eats only. Let's do this afterwards. The dash that we drink, which come from cows, buffaloes, this answer is milk. The milk that we drink, which comes from cows, buffaloes, and goats, is an animal product. We get sugar from sugar cane. So just the blank left is plant. So the answer of C is plant. Parrots eat only plant products. And now we can see suggested projects and activities. So if we want to do suggested activities and projects, we can do, or else if we don't want to do, then it's your wish. That's how we end our chapter. So thank you guys. Have a nice day ahead.